say this every time I start a video, but it has been so long since the last video. Moved house, got COVID, done a little bit of racing, and been super busy with work and all sorts of things. But vlog's back today. Gonna do a rig rundown on my Scott Spark and a race recap from Xterra Rotorua and a World Champs update. Hope you enjoy it. So earlier this year I picked up this Scott Spark RC900 Team. It's a full carbon XC bike that replaced my Giant Anthem, which was a few years old, was an aluminium frame. I have replaced the wheels, of course, with the negative split carbon Free Blast 29s, which is a full carbon wheel set, super light DT Swiss hubs. There we go. I have also transplanted SRAM GX axis, which was on my old Giant Anthem, and I kept it and put it onto this bike because it's an awesome group set and electronic shifting is epic. One of the things I also love about this bike is the fact that it's got lockout for front and rear shocks. So when you're climbing, you can hit the lockout there and it locks the shocks. So that's the shocks open and then locked so that it doesn't bounce around when you're climbing, and then hit it back to unlocked when you are descending so that it's nice and smooth. The bike also came with a dropper post, but I've removed that, replaced it with a full carbon seat post. That was just to save weight, and I actually never used the dropper post for the first sort of 10 rides when I had it there, so I thought I might as well take it off, save some weight, and clear up the cockpit a little bit because it was another lever, another cable, just getting in the way. This bike has been fitted with a full one-piece Syncross bar and stem, which looks epic, and I managed to get the Syncross K-Edge Garmin mount, which sits on there, so I can keep my Garmin there for speed, distance, all that. And that also, the Garmin connects to the SRAM Axis wireless group set, so you can see what gear you're in without having to look back and have a look at the stack. Got the SRAM Axis wireless shifter there, and it's fitted with some specialized fast track tires, which I don't know much about XC tires, but these have been awesome, nice and grippy, and they're pretty light too, so I've been really happy riding those. Done a few races on them and plenty of training rides. They've been really good, so happy to keep those on there and keep using those. Shimano pedals, these are the XT, I think it's M8120. They were on my old bike as well, I just kept them, transplanted those. I've got the Profile Design Vice bottle cage. I think I have these on all my bikes. Super solid, they don't launch bottles like some other brands. I've got them on the back of my TT bike, I've got them on my gravel bike, and I've had them on my mountain bikes until now and haven't shot a bottle out of them, which is epic. And then the back here, I've just got a little Lazine tool caddy with a tube, a CO2 canister, and I think a tire lever in there as well. So this bike is epic. I've loved racing on it. It's the fastest XC bike that I've ever ridden. I'm also a big Nino Schurter fan, and he obviously had a lot of input into the development of this bike, and it shows because it's such a weapon. It is so fast. So coming up next month I've got the Highlander, which is a 45k cross-country race. I've had a couple of weeks off training just because of COVID, so I'm hoping to be alright for that race. Hopefully I don't cough up a lung or anything like that. I'll definitely be using this bike there. And then later in the year I'm entered in the Waka 50 in Rotorua as well, so a few races there. In March I raced at Xterra Rotorua, which is an off-road triathlon. I raced it once before, I think 6 or 7 years ago, had an absolute ball, and I've wanted to go back and race it every year since, but I've always had something on that weekend, and so I've missed it year on year. This year I finally made it. I was a little bit undercooked. I had a really busy start to the year and didn't get much training under my belt. But I had a great race and managed to finish up second in my age group. Missed out on the win by only 2 minutes, which, I mean, if I'd done a little bit more swim training and maybe a couple more runs, I definitely could have pulled back that 2 minutes and taken the win. So cool that I was so close being so undercooked, but again, I'm always gutted to just miss out by a couple of minutes. The cool thing about that is that I actually qualified for World Champs. I've raced at World Champs a couple of times before in ITU, and qualified I think 4 times, but haven't always gone just because of logistical stuff and cost mainly. But I have actually accepted the entry to Xterra World Champs. It's in Italy in September. The race looks epic, the course looks amazing. It's in a small little town called Movino, which is sort of at the base of the Dolomites. Lake swim, epic looking, mountain bike, and then a really cool trail run around the lake. So I still don't know if I'm going to make it. I accepted the entry and paid my entry fee just to buy me some more time to try and raise some money to get there, basically. So I have to cover flights, accommodation, you know, internal travel to get around Italy, all the logistical stuff that goes with racing. So cool to get invited to World Champs, but you know, it's not one of those sports where we sort of get any assistance with that. So definitely my goal for the next few months is to try and raise a bit of money to get there. You know, don't have any financial sponsors in this sport. I'm totally self-funded, so reaching out for assistance wherever I can find it, and trying to fundraise and do some different things. So if anyone watching is interested in supporting or sponsoring, I'd love to chat. I can, you know, I've got a really compelling offer for potential sponsors, which I'd love to talk to. Some great opportunities, and you know, it is such an epic event, and I also think I'm in a really good position to do well at the World Champs this year. So that was sort of the driving force behind me wanting to take the entry and to get there and give it a crack, because I feel like just in a really good place to do really well up there and have a great race. So if I do come knocking on your door in the next few months, please be nice, spare me a few dollars. That's what's on the agenda for the next few months. Be fundraising, knocking on doors, selling whatever I can, hopefully selling some wheels. If you're in the market for some carbon fiber wheels, check out nscarbon.com, negative split, road, tri, mountain bike, gravel wheels, all available. Support Kiwis, buy local. And in the meantime, I'm going to try and get back onto YouTube, get the vlogs going again, get some cool riding content going up, just some more video content. If there's anything you want to see, any more bikes you want to talk about, any specific riding content, racing content, let me know. Do my best to get it up there. I enjoy making videos. It's just need to really push myself to find time and do it, and come up with some topics as well. So if you've got any ideas, got any questions, something that'll make a cool video, hit me up, let me know. I'd be keen as to do it. In the meantime, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe, give it a like, helps the channel out a lot. Until then, see you in the next video.